Hello everyone, welcome to Love and Lux. In today's video, we're going to go over my first year on YouTube. The audio's messed up at the beginning, so I had to do a voiceover. Before I do that, we'll go over what I'm wearing. Well, I'm just wearing the shirt from the Gap. This is actually the shirt that I wore on the very first video that I ever did. And on my lips, I am wearing liquid matte lipstick from Burberry. And it is number 53. My perfume that I'm wearing is Signorina from Ferragamo. I mentioned before several months back that they don't make this anymore, but I recently looked at the Ferragamo website and they do have the same one. So I don't know if they stopped making it and brought it back because it hasn't been on the website for a while, but I did see it there the other day. So it smells sweet, but it also smells like something that you can wear during the cooler months as well. Some perfumes I like to wear them for the warmer months, and then some perfumes I like to wear in the cooler months, and then some I feel like you can wear all year round. This one is one that you can wear all year round, but I wear it more in the cooler months. And I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but Signorina, I think that's the name of it. And I talked about it before. I like the mist. It has a very, let me see. It has a fine, it has a very fine mist that comes out, and I like that. Would I repurchase it again? Yeah, I think I would. I like it. Okay, and everyday earrings, everyday rings. I'm wearing hoops and little gold, little onyx balls hanging off of them, little onyx charms. My CDC bracelet, sometimes I wear it backwards. Actually, I like to wear it backwards a lot, so this is half the time you'll see I wear it like this. Everyday rings, and well, not everyday rings, because here I changed it up a little bit. So I have the Love wedding band, my diamond wedding band, and instead of wearing my regular wedding ring, I put on a hematite band. So I have those three stacked together. And I took off the bracelets on my stack and just kept the Love bracelet on. And the shirt is from the Gap. It's years old. It's probably not available anymore, but it's just a wrap-around shirt. Okay. Oh, and then I'm wearing Van Cleef & Arpels vintage Alhambra. It's the black onyx. And then this chain is Cartier, and this is just a black onyx charm that I have hanging from it. Kind of like the little charm I have on my earrings. Okay, so my first year. What can I say about it? Well, first of all, I'll say that I like things that I realized I like that I didn't know I was gonna like. Some people say they don't like editing and they hate editing and they hate doing the thumbnails, so they hire other people to do it for them. I like doing that. I like creating the thumbnails and I like editing. So yeah, I think I'm always, as long as I'm making them, I think I'm always going to do my own thumbnails and edit. For me, I don't know, for some people maybe they feel like they're too busy. Some people they just don't want to do it, or they don't like to. So for me, I just do it all, and you just learn as you grow. I'm really, really, really amateur. I don't have any experience using programs or anything like that. I just learn as I go. And that's it. Let's see, what else can I say? I was gonna start probably about 3 years ago, and I talked about a tragedy that happened, and later down the line I'll talk about it, and I don't really think I'll talk about it right now. I'll make a dedicated video to that. But yeah, when the tragedy happened, I decided that I would just start, and I wrote on my calendar the day that I wanted to start. So regardless of your equipment, how good it's going to be, how bad you think it's going to be, what you what the end result is going to be. Because some people, I talked to someone and she was like, oh, I don't want to do it, I don't have the right equipment, blah blah blah, I have to get a camera, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, you could just use your phone. That's what I use. I have other things I can use. I have a camera and microphone and other stuff, but I find it easy just to do it all on my phone. Plus, I like to do it on my phone because you can do it anywhere. Edit and upload from anywhere as long as you have internet. Actually, you don't need internet to... Do you need internet to edit? I think it depends on what programs, what software you're using. But anyways, yeah, so I like the convenience of using my phone to do everything. And my advice would be to start, regardless if you feel like you're not sure. First, if sometimes you'll feel like you're unsure. Maybe you feel like you want to start, but maybe you're unsure if you should, or maybe you're trying to wait until it's the perfect time. And I don't think there is a perfect time for the majority of the people. They just jump in and start. For me, yeah, I just jumped in and start. I had no experience, had no idea what I was doing. And like I said, I just put the date on the calendar when I wanted to start. And regardless of audio quality, video quality, content, what I look like, what I have, what I didn't have, I just started, and that's it. So my goal was, no matter what, my first one's going to be uploaded on this day, and I did. Not knowing what the hell I was doing, I just did. And like I said, it's a learning process. You learn as you go. Plus, I think it's kind of cool because people could see where you started, the changes, the progression, and not just for people watching, but also for you to go back and see it. Plus, it's almost like a video diary. People that know you can watch. If anything ever happens to you, they can go back and watch these videos. And yeah, overall, you just want to put stuff out there that's going to be entertaining. Put stuff out there that will be useful. Hopefully, you know, what you decide to do or what you're doing is useful and entertaining. And hopefully people will be able to engage. We always like when you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and leave a comment. And yeah, so that's my overall, I guess, thought on when I decided I was going to start. And yeah, just jumped in and started anyways, knowing I didn't know really much of it. I know you could be monetized. I'm not worried about, yeah, I'm really not worried about that. As you can see, the subscriber count is low. Everybody's channel grows at a different rate. I know that if I was doing unboxings, it would grow faster. I'm not really interested in that. Sometimes I share things, sometimes I don't, in terms of unboxings. And yeah, everybody grows at a different rate. I hear some people say, yeah, well, I was monetized within the first couple of months, but when you look back, they started years ago when things were different years ago. But regardless of the way things are now, if you're thinking about starting, I would just recommend to start and grow as you go. I also find that no matter what your style is, regardless of what your personality, regardless of your voice, regardless of how you look, how tall, how short, what color, it doesn't matter how old, how young. I feel like there's always an audience. There's always people like you who like exactly what you like. And those people will follow, and they will watch, and they will support you, and you'll just grow and evolve over time. Right now, I'm just trying to talk about my overall thoughts, and then my experiences. I'll talk about that as well. I guess we'll get into experiences. I haven't had hate comments, really. Nobody's really ever left me hate comments. Mean comments, I can't really say that people intentionally tried to say something mean. I'm the type that I'll just say something mean back. I know people will be like, oh, you just shouldn't say anything and just ignore them or just delete it. But honestly, no. I don't really deal with a lot of hate comments, and maybe that'll come with time. I see a lot of people talking about hate comments, but there are also people who have way more subscribers and been doing this way longer than me. There's a lot of people who started after me and have way more subscribers. I think the subscriber count just at a different rate. And yeah, I believe if you were doing more unboxings, if you wanted to do a luxury channel, to grow your channel, the best thing to do would be unboxings. Another good thing to do would be collaborations, if you can do collaborations with other people. I think another thing is if someone mentions you on their channel and they have a big audience, maybe that could kind of guide some of those people to your channel, and hopefully they'll like your content and subscribe too. And then there's some people who don't do any of that, and it just grows as it grows. You don't necessarily have to piggyback off of someone else to grow your channel. It's going to happen regardless. I feel like every channel is different. Everyone grows at a different rate, and you may hit the ground running and have a bunch of subscribers. You may do something and it goes viral. You know, you never know. Everybody's experience is different, so I can't speak for people who started their channel and they grew right away, or I can't speak for anybody really, just myself. I do recommend you to start. If you want to have a channel, I recommend start sooner than later, and don't worry about what you have or what you don't have. Don't say, well, I want to lose weight first and then I'll do it. Don't say I want to do, you know, there's all kind of things to stop you from doing things that you could be doing, you know. And that saying, it says, why put off tomorrow what you can do for today? So you might as well start. I put it off for 2 years, and I don't know, in a way I would definitely be further along. There would have been a much more unboxings because, yeah, I slowed down my shopping a lot, probably in the last 2 years. And as time goes by, I just shop less and less and less. I'm really only shopping and buying what I need, unless it's something that I really wanted, or unless it's like a special occasion, like my birthday or something like that, then I'll get something. What else? Yeah, don't be concerned about equipment and special things. Yeah, so overall things have been pretty easy. You just film what you want, edit and upload, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't take any special equipment, any special microphones. You see that people, some people do. They buy equipment and they'll tell you what microphone they're using. Sometimes you see people using a microphone, or they'll talk about ring lights and certain lighting. And yeah, I would say just use your phone. The only thing I would recommend is really a tripod, something to hold up your phone if you're going to be using your phone. Somebody I know, I told her, well, just use your phone, and she was like, well, I have to get a new phone because my camera's not that good on my phone. But really, I would say just use the phone anyways, and eventually when you upgrade and you get a new phone, then the quality will be better. But there's nothing wrong with starting with what you have, and learning as you go, building your subscriber count, and yeah, just going from there. But like I said, everybody's channel grows at a different rate, and if things don't start out the way you want them to, just keep chipping away at it, and eventually whatever your goals are, you'll achieve it if you just stay on the path. But first you have to get on the path to stay on it, so first you have to start. So sometimes starting could seem scary, to start something new that you've never done before, but I think once you start, that's really all you need to do. Just use what you have and start. And as you get things over time, learn things, things will get better. Let's see, what else? Dealing with hate. I can't really say that I've had a lot of hate comments. If I do have hate comments, first of all, I try to reply and respond to every comment. I mentioned before that sometimes I don't reply or I don't respond, and that's because I can't see the comment. Some comments for some reason don't come through, and sometimes they come through and you can see the date. Okay, the person left the comment in December, and why are we in January and I'm just now seeing it? There was no notification that this comment posted, even though you're supposed to be notified. It's just a bunch of weird stuff that happens behind the scene. Suppression. Even for me, leaving comments on other people's channel, my comment will be suppressed, so it'll be like I never watched the video, I never left a comment. And they're not mean comments. I don't go and leave mean comments. I just you know, if you did a video on a new bag, then I'll say, oh, that's a nice bag. You know, if you like the bag, you just say, oh, that's a nice bag, or, you know, whatever the case may be. And I'll go back, and a lot of the times that comment isn't even there. And I'm like, well, that's weird. I don't know why that's happening. So that's just one thing that I notice. Sometimes when you leave a comment, it may not be there. Sometimes you have to log in from another device. Not even log in. I would say pull up that same video from another device and you'll see your comment is not there. And I don't think it has anything to do with what kind of content you're watching, because I watch all kind of content, and a lot of the times, like I said, I'll leave that comment and I'll go back and that thing ain't even there. From the device I normally use, from the device that I'm logged into, when I go back in under that same device, the comment will be there. But if I pull up that same channel from a device that I'm not logged into, a lot of the times that comment won't be there. And that's a part of suppression. That's a part of suppressing content, channels, your reach to people. I know sometimes people can block your video or block your channel. So say for example, I left a comment on somebody's page and for whatever reason they blocked me. So you can still watch the video, but you can't leave a comment. So yeah, I don't, sometimes, well, first of all, I don't leave any mean comments, so there's no reason for anybody to block me unless they just don't want to see my little thumbnail and whatever I have to say popping up in their comment section. And I haven't done anything to anyone. I don't know anyone that would do that to me. I don't know a lot of people, and I definitely don't know anyone who makes videos. So yeah, sometimes that happens. A lot of the times it happens, and it's not even someone that even knows me or knows that I make videos. It could be on the most random video, and I'll leave the comment. And like I said, I'll go back in under a different device where I'm not logged into my account, and my comment is not there. So I can't even say it's because someone's intentionally blocking my comments. Sometimes it could be intentional by some people, and other times I don't think it is. I think it's a part of suppressing your channel. I think it's a part of suppressing your voice. I don't leave anything that's controversial or negative. It could be a channel where someone makes weather and I'm checking on the weather, and I'll literally go in and leave a comment, and then I say, oh, thanks, it was a good video, I'm glad to have found your channel and watch your video, or whatever I say. And then I'll go in under another device. I do that all the time because I want to see what videos are actually going, what comments are actually going through and which ones are not. And again, I leave that comment under the account that I'm logged into, and then I go use another device under account that I'm not logged into, and I look at the comment section, and that comment that I left is not there. So yeah, I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's because there is suppression going on. I don't know if it's sometimes it happens because some people will block you from leaving comments on their account. I don't know, but not trying to cause controversy or stir up any issues or any problems. I can only speak from my experience and what has been happening to me on my channel. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this part, but you want to be able to tell the truth. You want to be able to say, okay, this is my experience while on this channel. I could talk about my experience and from the standpoint of making the videos, but I can also speak on my experience from the standpoint of watching other people's videos and leaving comments on other people's videos, and how I see that my comments are being suppressed. Yeah, so that's an experience that I have. Yeah, as someone not just creating content, but someone on the other end that's consuming content, that's watching the content and enjoying the videos that people put out. If you're liking the content, of course you want to subscribe, and of course you want to leave your comment. I always make my comments nice and sweet and to the point. I usually don't go in and type a whole paragraph. It's not that serious. But I do at least like to say, hey, you know, I like the video. If they're showing something like a perfume, I say, oh, I got that perfume and I love it. It's one of my favorites. There's no reason why I should go back in and that comment's not there. Like I never left it. And this is someone's channel that don't even know me. Yeah, it's just weird, but that's my experience. It's kind of sad because you have to be careful with what you say. Because you don't want your channel just to be taken down because they don't like what you said, even though what you said was the truth. Yeah, there's been people who left videos, who made videos and they were talking about slow growth. Is luxury content kind of dead? Do people even want to still see unboxings? Do people want to see the type of videos that luxury YouTubers are putting out? Because they notice their numbers have dropped. I've never had good numbers anyway, so I don't notice anything dropping really. What I can say is that I feel like some of the shorts that I make are being pushed out. It's interesting how sometimes on the same day I'll make a video and it'll be a regular video, and then I'll create a short, put that out the same day, and the short will have so many more views than the regular video. So they definitely are pushing out the shorts and allowing them to have more exposure than the regular videos. I don't know if that's a suppression thing from the regular content, you know, suppressing the regular content and then pushing out the shorts. I know it's a competition with, I'm not even going to say that name, but I believe that's what it's about. I believe that's why there's a drop in regular videos. I believe that's why they tell you when you look at your analytics that people are only watching the first, you know, whatever minutes of your video. Yeah, I'm not even going to sit here and say I believe all that. I just think they want you to change what you're doing to compete. Yeah, I guess that's a whole nother video in itself. Competition amongst the different platforms. I don't know. I came in at a weird time where there's a lot of changes being made. You still have to have your 4,000 watch hours before you could become monetized. And those came pretty quickly. After a few months, I did get that. But the subscriber count has been slow. And like I said, I believe that everybody's channel grows at a different rate, at a different pace. I don't want to compare my channel to other people's channel that started about a year ago, because they may be doing more unboxings. And if you're doing more unboxings, then yeah, your channel's gonna grow quicker. But I don't want to grow my channel based on unboxings, because then, I think I said this before, that I would be concerned if I decided to stop doing unboxings. I mean, how much are you really going to consume? How much are you actually going to buy? Like, my concern would be, if I stop doing this, will my subscriber count drop? For the most part, I would say that longevity will be there. You don't have to question if people are only watching your channel because you're doing unboxing after unboxing. And for people who do a lot of unboxings, they just like, some of them just like to shop. They just love to shop and they like to share what they have. And I think that is the whole point. The whole point is to share what you like, because there's always going to be people who like the same things. If you like shopping all the time, you like showing the people what you have and doing the unboxing and all that, there's a ton of people out there who like the same thing, whether they can afford to shop like that or not. Sometimes they'll watch it because they're interested in seeing the product, because it's a product that they're interested in buying, and they just want to know as much about it before they buy it, because I do that. Sometimes I'll watch an unboxing and see what people have to say about it, and I'll be like, I'm glad that I didn't buy that product already, because come to find out, it's not even something I'm interested in. So I'm not knocking the channels that do a lot of unboxings, because they're useful. They're useful channels, they're helpful channels, they're informative and entertaining at the same time. I just don't want my channel to be about unboxings, because that's not something that I want to have to just keep up. I don't want to have to keep up buying and buying and unboxing and unboxing and unboxing. I can say after the more once I started creating more shorts, I realized a drop in views on the regular videos. So I think it's one of those things where you're either going to do shorts or not. I feel like your channel, you're better off not doing shorts, because when you do the shorts get to have the views. It's almost like they support those shorts. But when you do regular videos, I feel like those are, I don't know, I think they're being suppressed. So when you do shorts and you do regular videos, you'll see a drop in your regular views for your video, but the short will have way more views. And I think I'm not really sure how to say it. They're pushing out the shorts, allowing the shorts to have the views, and suppressing the regular videos. Like I said, I think it's because of competition and them overall just trying to change how people are using the platform. I'm not going to continue to I'm not going to just do one type of video. I'm not just going to do shorts. I'm going to do regular videos. I'm not just going to do short videos. The first 7 minutes of your video. So I don't care if I put out an hour-long video. I'm not thinking about the people. I'm not thinking about the people who are, how can I put it? When it comes to analytics, I don't believe the analytics. I don't believe what they're telling you as it pertains to analytics. They say people are only watching the first 7 minutes of your content. I don't care. That's not going to stop me from making an hour-long video if I want to. I'm not making videos for the people who are only watching the first 7 minutes. I'm doing it because that's what I want to do and that's what I want to upload. If you want to watch 7 minutes and click off, then click off. I'm not even monetized, so do I care if you're not watching the whole video? I'm not even sure how all that monetization stuff works. But yeah. The other thing I would say is they say in the analytics that majority of the people, I think it's like 80% of the people who watch your content isn't even subscribed. They don't hit the subscribe button. And that's something that I hear people saying. I've heard people say, yeah, they're only watching the first couple minutes of the video. They'll do things to try to make people stick around to the end. They'll have a huge announcement and they'll say, stick around to the end and I'll tell you the huge announcement. Or they save the good stuff to the end. I don't do that because I don't believe that people are only watching the first 7 minutes, even though that's what they tell you on analytics. They also say 80% of the subscribers, 80% of the people that watch your channel isn't even subscribed. I've heard people say that. I don't believe that either. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe they might be. Maybe they're... Look, I put it like this. There's plenty of people who watch and don't subscribe. Let's just put that out there. When I look at my analytics, when I look at my watch hours, I'm like, how do I have these watch hours and this amount of subscribers? To me, it doesn't add up. So it could be that people are watching and they're not subscribed, but I very seriously doubt if it's 80%. 80% of the people watch your videos, but they don't subscribe. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that, but if that's true, subscribe. Oh wait, did y'all watch the first video? I was like, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. No, I think that was my first short. So I did the first video and then I did a short. I got that, what was his name? I can't remember the name of his channel, but I'll put it on the screen and then I'll try to link it in the description box. I don't even know if he still does it, but I used to subscribe to his channel. I might still be subscribed. I can't remember. But He used to be like, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And so that's where I got that from. That's why I said that. So yeah, if you are a part of the 80% of the people, the analytics say, watch the videos but don't subscribe, then just subscribe. Yes, a lot of the times when I look at the analytics, I question if it's even true. And maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my own issue. I don't even look at them anymore. I know that's probably not the right thing to do, but look at them for what? That's not... Look, I'll put it like this. When I first started, you know that you expect your subscriber count to grow slow, and as you get the subscribers, you expect the subscriber count to pick up, and you gain more subscribers. The more subscribers you have, the faster it is to gain. And my experience is it hasn't changed. From day one up until now, it hasn't changed. It'll be 1 subscriber per video, or 1 subscriber per week. Sometimes it's 1 or 2 subscribers per week, or 1 or 2 subscribers per video. And like I said, that's not everybody's experience, so I can only speak for myself. Yeah. So I don't look at the analytics anymore, because before I was looking at it, and before I would try to do what they would recommend, and it never worked. So what's the point in doing what you're recommending if it's not going to work for my channel? Maybe other people can do it and it works for them, and that's fine. But yeah, you'd have to draw your own conclusion on why some channels get more exposure and some don't. Some channels get a lot more exposure. Some channels get more exposure regardless of how many views or subscribers or videos they have, and then some channels don't. It's almost as if some channels are suppressed and some channels get more exposure. My experience when I go into the platform and I'll just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, I pay attention to the type of people that I see as I'm scrolling through. And right as things start to change, or right before they start to change, then I'll see something at the top of the screen saying refresh. And usually I just refresh, but then I was like, well, wait a minute, what kind of content am I going to start seeing if I don't refresh? And as I keep scrolling all the way to the bottom, so say for example, I look up Tom Ford, I don't know, lipstick. I'll type in Tom Ford lipstick and hit search. There'll be a certain type of, I don't even know how to say it without offending anyone or getting this video flagged, but I'll type in Tom Ford makeup or Tom Ford lipstick, and it'll be a certain demographic. It'll be a certain type of channel that will keep appearing, certain types of channels that will keep appearing, and you can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and then eventually it'll be a blue little bar across the top that'll say refresh, and usually I just refresh. But one day recently, actually, it was probably like last week, I was like, well, what will happen if I don't? When will I start to see other demographic of people making the same type of content if I don't hit refresh? So I just kept scrolling, and I was like, oh, here they are, way at the bottom. With low views and low likes and low subscribers. Here they go, way down at the bottom. So if you don't keep scrolling and you don't keep scrolling and you don't keep scrolling, then you'll never see it. Especially because right before you hit those types of pages, it's telling you to refresh. Yeah. So I can only suspect that mine is one of those that are at the bottom. And if you don't keep scrolling and you don't keep... Sometimes you can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and hit the bottom, and you still don't see it. It's almost like you have to manually type it in to know that that page is even there, to know that that video is even there, to know that that channel even exists. How are you going to type it in if you don't even know it exists? I don't know. I don't know if there's a hashtag that you should be using. If you look at the old ones, then you'll see that I used to do the hashtag. It hasn't made a difference whether you use the hashtag or not for me. If you make videos and you use the hashtag and it makes a difference, then you can let us know. But other than that, no. Why do the hashtag if it is? Overall, I'm glad I started, and we'll see what happens in another year from now. Yeah, we'll see what happens in another year. We'll see how the channel grows, how I evolve. Somebody left a nice comment. They were like, "Oh, I love your channel. I can't wait till you glow up." So that was, you know, a nice little comment somebody left. They didn't have to say that. And thank you for saying that. It's been a good experience. It's been a lot of learning, things to improve upon. Of course, there's always ways that you can improve. I would recommend, like I said, if you want to start, I would just recommend you to start. Everybody got to start somewhere. You know what they say, you have to crawl before you can walk. Don't let your pride get in the way. Don't say, oh, well, you know, I need this or I need that. Just use what you have, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know. When I thought about sitting down and doing this, I really thought that I would have more, more to share, more to talk about, and I should have written down, like, took the time to write down the things that I really wanted to discuss. I didn't do that. I just turned on the camera and sat down. But yeah, like I said, my recommendation would be to start. Don't worry about what you have. Don't worry about, or I guess I would say don't worry about what you don't have. It doesn't take much to turn on the camera and start talking. It doesn't take much to turn on the camera and start showing stuff. If that's what you want to do. Each their own. Everybody has, there's always people out there like you. I guess that's something that I wanted to point out. There's always someone out there like you. So you might say, I only like lip glosses. Should I make a channel and I'm only showing lip glosses? Yeah, because there's always people out there who love lip gloss just as much as you do. You could say, well, I like to eat, but I don't like to cook. Okay, well, there's people who like to see people sit down and eat. People love those videos. You could say, well, I want to talk about current event, I want to talk about news, I want to talk about weather, I want to talk about fingernail polish, I want to talk about bronzers. There's something out there for everybody. Yeah. You could say I like shoes, you could say I like a certain type of shoe. Whatever it is you like, share that. Don't do something just because somebody else is doing it. You could say, oh, well, such and such is doing luxury content, so I want to do luxury content. Well, if luxury content is not your thing, if luxury is not your thing, then don't do it, because your heart's not going to be in it. You're not really going to be, it's going to feel like a chore. I would advise doing something that you like and something that you want to share with other people. That way your content is genuine. You're not pretending, you're not being fake, you're just showing what you like, you're sharing it with other people. And yeah, people will find you, people will subscribe, people will like, people will leave comments, people will share, and it could be anything. It could be anything. You might take cruises all the time. If you take cruises all the time, start your channel and have it be a channel where it's only about cruises, or mostly about cruises, and you'll build your content, you'll build your following, your subscribers that way. If it's something that you're talented in, if it's something you like, you don't even have to have any talent, really. Just share what you like. But don't do what other people are doing just because that's what they're doing. Because what they're doing may work for them, and it may not necessarily work for you. It may not be your thing. The best thing you can do is be yourself. You can never be number one if you're copying someone else. So don't do that. Don't start a channel and start copying other people or trying to do something because somebody else is doing it. Do what you want to do. Stay true to yourself, because yeah, there's only one you, and your ideas are your ideas. Your creativity is your creativity. People could take inspiration. We take inspiration from each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying don't start a channel talking about shoes if your thing isn't even shoes. Don't start a channel and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do a makeup channel. Why? Don't well, I know such and such and she does a makeup channel, or he does a makeup channel. If that's not your thing, then don't even bother. Do something that you like, because you'll be yourself. People want to see if you're going to be yourself. If you're being fake, people can tell. So just be yourself. You may say, well, you're too boring, or you're too energized, and that's not my thing. If it's not your thing, then you don't have to watch their channel. You don't have to watch my channel. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to like the video, right? There's something out there for everybody. Yeah. Some people, they make cooking channels, and they don't sit down and eat the food. They just show you making it, and they'll show the video. They'll show themselves making it, and they'll show the finished product, and that's it. Sometimes they'll show themselves tasting it, and they'll say, "Oh, it tastes good," or "It tastes like this, that, and the third," and then that's it. Some people, they watch the video, they make the food, and then they'll show themselves eating the food too, right? And critiquing their own food and how they could have made it better. Yeah, so I think there's something out there for everybody. If you like to read, you could start a channel doing that. If you like collecting things, there's people who like collecting the same thing you collect. There's people out there who will find your channel and don't collect anything, but like your channel. They'll think what you're doing is interesting. They'll think that you're interesting, and they'll follow and they'll subscribe because of that, because they're interested in what you're doing, even if it's something they're not doing themselves. Yeah, so other than that, I think regardless of what your goals are, I think that you'll hit your goal as long as you chip away at it. As long as I would just say be realistic, share what you love with the world, and eventually people will find your channel. If they like it, they'll subscribe, and they'll watch your content. They'll support your channel. And yeah, that's it. I don't really have anything spectacular to say about the platform. I haven't had a spectacular experience. My experience has just been okay. It's just been mediocre. It's not, I don't have this this success story that I could share with you. Some people will say, oh, okay, it's been a year, and so far, I've got all these subscribers, and I'm gonna tell you that it only took me 3 months to get monetized, or whatever. No. Everybody's experience is going to be different. Everybody's channels are different. What people show, what they do, their reach. Everybody doesn't have access to the same reach of people. I didn't even have much experience with social media anyways. I would say that this is the first social media platform that I even put any effort into. Yeah, because I really don't use other social media platforms the way I use this one. In fact, some of the social media platforms I started after I started this one. So it's not that I had people that were following me from someplace else and they followed me over here. I literally just started from nothing. So, like I said, everybody's channel is different. Everybody's growth is going to be different. Everybody's exposure is going to be different. Not everybody's channel is going to be suppressed for whatever reason. Not everybody's content or comments will be blocked. Everybody's channel, everybody's experience is going to be unique to them. Like I said, the only advice I could really give would be to start with what you have and allow yourself to grow. Start with the type of content that you like. If you're thinking about it, if you think it might be a good idea, if you think it's something you might like, to do it. You have to start somewhere. I don't know if it's a prideful thing when people don't want to start because they don't have the right this and they don't have the right that. It could be that they are perfectionist. You have to let all that go because things aren't going to work out the way you expected it to. Your growth may not be what you expected or what you planned, and it's not bad. Some people growth isn't what they expected, but they wound up becoming popular really quick. It wasn't something that they expected, but it happened, So I'm not saying when you start it's going to be something bad. It's just that you never know what's going to happen until you start. Yeah. I guess that's it. That's all. Bye.